nephews, grandchildren, would like to believe that they will one day see that I was involved in an industry where I could have made a difference, but I didn't. You would rather want me to say, I was in the industry, I had the knowledge, I had the power in terms of education, and I did make a difference. And I look forward to my success in driving that area, ensuring that the future is bright, and we can change that graph that's going towards things like this. And certainly the technology, in terms of what we design, will play a massive part in the energy reduction in packaging. That's another area that we need to not lose focus. So I really look to those in the room and say to you, you are the people that can make the difference in the future. Yes, I'm still going to be involved in the packaging industry, but not as involved as I have been in the last 6 years. But I certainly will keep a close eye on what happens into the future. On that note, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to hand over to my successor, someone I've worked with for 12 years in the international scene, and with great achievements. I know you're going to do a great job. I look forward to see what changes you make, and I know there will be changes. But I wish you all the very best. Mr. Ayapelagina.
Good morning. Oh, great. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Pierre, for your kind words. It's so nice to meet each of you this morning, and also to meet my colleagues from WPO. So I thank you, Lilian, for organizing this. Also, Vanessa, thank you for your support. Our support from our General Secretary, Johannes Berger, and Natalia from WPO Secretariat. And also so nice to have here our board members, so Hatala and Nerida Kelton and Hiroko, sorry about that, from Japan, our global ambassador for, how can I say that, for the companies, the corporate partners, that is the program of companies that we invite to join WPO. Well, I would like to say first that it's really nice to be in South Africa. It's my third time here in South Africa. When I came for the first time, I was sure I would come back. What an amazing country. How lovely it is. So back in 2018, I was celebrating 20 years working for my organization in Brazil, the Brazilian Packaging Association. And to celebrate those 20 years, I decided to take 1 month off, like a sabbatic month, to breathe, to enjoy my family, to think of everything that was going on. And we came to South Africa on that 1 month. We stayed here in Cape Town for almost 50 days. Then we drove a car up to the north by that garden route that is so beautiful. And then we visited Addo Park, the Elephant Park. And then we flew to Kruger Park, stayed there as well. And last but not least, we visited Johannesburg. So it is a very special country. And for sure, this is a very special week to be here as well. Not only for everything that is going on, but also being able to get closer to you and to our WPO members. We meet only twice a year. So by the time we meet, it's so important so that we can exchange, we can understand and plan new activities for WPO, for future perspectives. And of course, we can build one global voice for our global packaging industry. So this week is very special because we have this symbolic transition and me taking over of WPO presidency. And I'm really honored and excited by becoming WPO next president. And together with our board members, together with WPO partners, support our industry to go further, support WPO to take one step ahead. It's remarkable how much WPO has become more active in the past years, led by Pierre. As Pierre mentioned, we gained global visibility. We are attending different shows, we are attending different conferences. So we did become a global organization. And I have this challenge to take WPO one step ahead. And of course, as we have been doing together with Pierre and his leadership, explore sustainability, that is such a key matter to our industry, and circularity comes with that, packaging that saves food, education, and more. For sure, we will explore more strategic topics to our industry. Each president of WPO has brought a contribution, and each president of WPO is part of the history of this organization and led our organization ahead. When I joined WPO back in 2000, and the year of 2000, or perhaps around 2001, Sergio Haberfeld from Brazil was the president of WPO. He was followed by Alexis Statsinopoulos from Greece as well. Then we have Keith Pearson here from South Africa, and we miss him. It's such a shame he's not here. I think there is nothing in life like hugging Keith. He's such a warm person. He's so sweet. He's so mean. I mean, he cares so much about people, and he spreads such a huge love wherever he goes. Even my colleagues in Brazil, they always ask me, "What about Keith? Where is he?" So very lovely person. Then he was followed by Tom Schneider from the US. Also so nice to work with Tom, and we built a lot together. And then last but not least, we had Pierre Bernard from Australia, but from South Africa as well. So I can say that Brazil and South Africa are the countries that had two presidents at WPO. And I'm proud to take over now, reflecting about this milestone of WPO having for the first time a woman as president. It's a remarkable step for WPO, and it builds a reference to our industry. I really hope that me as president, I can inspire and encourage other women to work for the packaging industry. This is an inclusive and diverse industry. And with this diversity, we can grow. With this diversity, we can share different perspectives and thoughts and build greater solutions that are so needed in our society. So I hope to inspire them to join our industry. Here, every woman has a voice and has this goal to collaborate and work together with men, all together, bringing diversity of thoughts, bringing diversity of experiences, so that we can take always WPO one step ahead. About the packaging industry, just some numbers for you, just to comment how important and key our industry is worldwide. I always like to say that our industry never stops. It's always evolving. Our industry is based on technology. It needs technology to fulfill society needs and challenges as well. And we are such an essential industry in our society. We offer this tool that supports the life in society, serving the needs of 8 billion people, focusing on health, safety, quality of life, convenience, and information. Looking to focus and cope with people's needs, ensure people desires as well. Bring supply chain efficiency. Promote the optimization in the use of every product, allowing a different performance, allowing the reduction of products waste and loss. Applying technology on new materials and optimizing natural resources use as well. Sustainability and reaching greater circularity for sure, being recyclable, using recycled content, new reusable solutions are also in the agenda of our industry. And last but not least, focusing on new materials, technologies, and process technologies like nanotechnology, biomaterials, traceability, that's so key nowadays, so that you map the journey of a product. Work on processes, digitalization for the 4.0 industry, printing and decoration solutions as well, usability, marking, and trying to fulfill in the best way the aging population and our life in society. So we are always together focused on how we can best serve society. And for that, our industry globally is growing. According to some data from Smithers, our industry grew in the past years since 2018, around 4% per year. And then in 2021, we broke the trillion barrier, and our industry has an amount on sales on $1 trillion. And from 2021 to 2026, according to Smithers, our industry has a prediction to grow 3.9% annually, and will reach by then the revenue of $1.240 trillion. So, but this is just what we have as an amount of sales for the packaging industry. And we have to consider how much we allow other industries as well to grow and to achieve, how can I say, sales as well, and their annual growth, like the food industry, pharmaceutical, cosmetics, and so on. So we are growing, and we are allowing other industries to go and to serve society and to better fulfill people's needs. So thank you very much for your attention. I will be always happy to talk to each of you. Liliana is always supporting us with this contact. And I wish us all a fruitful week. And I would like now to invite my colleague, Sohatala, that is the Vice President for Conferences and for the World Star, and very keen on speaking about packaging trends. So I'll leave you with her and some packaging trends as well. Welcome, Soha.
So good morning, everyone. Very happy to be in South Africa. It's my first time. And what a beautiful country, really. I needed to look at it because the period was very stressful. I come from a region where it's not easy now what's going on. So I needed this strength, this positive energy from nature. So really, thank you for inviting us to your beautiful country. So I would like to provide a brief presentation on the global packaging trends. I will be brief. And if you need more information, you can always contact us to give you more information about the trends. So we'll have to do work. Okay. So I will skip the introduction. So today we're going to talk about the trends. The trends affect us and affect the industry. So we talk about political trend, political economy are merged together, the social, the technology, the environment, the sustainability, and the legal. I will try to talk about all these factors in a brief way. So when we talk about the COVID factor affected a lot of the packaging industry, and also wars, unfortunately, what happens in Ukraine or what's happening now in the Middle East affects economy and affects fuel prices and affect the trade and all of this. Also, when it comes to economy, the fluctuation in the demand and the supply, and all of this put a strain on the budget of the industry and put a strain on the budget of the brand owners to limit the budget for the packaging. So packaging should be more cost effective. And this economic factor and political factor affect as well the consumers. So they affect the suppliers, producers, and the consumers. And they put a pressure on the packaging industry to be more cost effective because consumers are really very sensitive on the price and on avoiding over packaging and on limiting expenditure on non-essential items. So also there's a lot of strain and a lot of pressure to have more cost-effective and more functional packaging that will also extend the shelf life of the food and to avoid food waste. So here is from our Bentel, some data and some statistics. For example, here from Brazil, we can see that 29% of the Brazilian adults, they want to buy more big pack because they think that it's more cost saving to buy the big pack than buying the small packaging. We go also to Canada, they are really more 46% of the others where they look more carefully on the price. So the price is affecting their choices. And they are really willing to show brand loyalty to products that they are better prices. And the same in Singapore, we can see 36% of the population there, they are shifting to better prices. And as you know, I'm also a World Star coordinator, and I would like to promote our World Star winner whenever I can. So I will be showing you examples of World Star winners, how they are also being affected by the trends. So here you can see, for example, from Amcor, from this lifestyle that kind of tend to extend the shelf life of product. Here also from Australia and New Zealand, the Thermo Shield, also regarding active packaging and to promote an extension of shelf life. And here the modified atmosphere technology from the Netherlands. More example, the shift to monomaterial. Monomaterial is also due to sustainability trend, but also it's less costly on the budget to have monomaterial packaging. So it's also a kind of result of the trend. We go to other kind of trend, the social trends. Social trends are also affecting our life, and consumers are becoming more conscious about new trends such as the vegan, such as the environment, such as fair trade. Consumers are now demanding data on their brand. They want to know, for example, if there's child labor, how they are treating the labor. So not only about sustainability, they care about other ethical values, and they're demanding their brands to be more transparent. So consumer now, they want to read more about the social and the ethical values of their local brands to see if they will continue on buying these products or not. So that's why brands should be more authentic and we should talk more and more about the ethical values. So here also from statistics from Mintel, we can see here that 62% of the brand of the consumer that they are saying that we want to prefer to buy from brands that align with our own value, and they want also sometimes to boycott some company that they don't follow some ethical value like labor or women, non-discrimination for women, wages, all of these kind of hi, I'm very happy to see you. Thank you for coming to attend our press conference. So we were talking about the global trend affecting the packaging industry and how they affect the consumer to buy the product. So what example of the ethical or the social factor that affect the consumers? I cannot see it. So it's animal welfare. Also, animal welfare is very important for the consumer. For example, when you buy chicken or you buy meat, consumer wants to know how these animals were treated. Were they cage-free? What kind of food are they were given hormones? So that's why brand owners are advised to put more information on their label, because this will affect the purchasing power. Environmental sustainability for sure, organic, being organic or not, plant-based, vegan, and other social responsibility factors that we have discussed. And here is an example also from our World Star winners, how the packaging design or the packaging print or the use of certain material or certain information on the package can convey to the consumer these loyalty to such values. So more example, how we are also advised to use special packaging design, special packaging information to convey our alignment with these social values. Other trends that are very also important and also a result of the COVID that happened and affected our life. People think that consumers are really very well driven by sustainability and environment, but this is not the case when we go to numbers. Consumers are driven by hygiene and food safety. This is the major thing that consumers care about. They wanted to know that this product is really hygienic, there's no contamination of viruses or bacteria, and that this packaging is not affecting the food. And for sure, the shelf life is important, the ease of use, accessible packaging, the ergonomic shape, the convenience is also very important when it comes how to use, how to open. I always suffer when opening a water bottle, and this is also the thing that also very important to know about it. So hygiene is very important, and this is also from mental. So 32% of US consumers want to be updated how packaging can support the product to be more hygiene, and they want to know more and more how the US consumers can protect their food. And this is more example from our World Star winners regarding the accessible packaging design, how we can grab the product, how we can open it. This is the finger fitting tab from Japan. Here we have also Hiroko from Japan. By the way, and I'm saying that this year Japan was the top first in terms of entry to World Star. And really regarding World Star, I'm very happy to manage World Star because also thank you for Australia. We have Nerida here with us. So they compete for these two countries who is coming first entry, and also Australia and Japan, they always impress us with World Star winners who are abiding by these trends that we are discussing. Allow me to say good morning to Diana. Thank you for coming. So talking about trends, we cannot also miss technology that is affecting our life, and Pierre also mentioned artificial intelligence. We need also another presentation on artificial intelligence. I'm also looking forward to learn more about this impressive really field that is affecting the labor, the staff. Maybe we will be all removed by artificial intelligence. So we really need to know more about this. But talking about technology, social media, e-commerce, codes, and all of this, the use of QR code now becoming a necessity because the label is small, the packaging is small. So in order to convey more information and more communication to consumers, we need to have this QR code that will take you to your website so you can give the consumers more and more information about the brands, the value, the shelf life, and all of this. And we also talk about the artificial intelligence. So here also more examples from World Star about the use of QR codes. We have also the Netherlands with us, the Hungary, and Brazil. This year also we have a lot of countries in Brazil, how they are abiding by these trends. So I wanted also to give you this example, how QR code is also being used for recycling. So here Cadbury with Mondelez, they use this kind of QR code to inform the consumer where they can dispose their packaging waste, where they can segregate and have waste management things. So it's really nice to see how the QR code is combining two trends, the technological trend and the environmental trend, that is also very important for the consumer. Sustainability, I guess Pierre discussed about it, it's very important, and always as Dr. Johannes Bergner teach us about the optimum packaging design to avoid the over packaging, but also not to hit the under packaging, because we have a challenge between avoiding food waste from one side and also avoiding over packaging for the environment. So it's not easy to have this design optimization, and this is what the really brands are trying to reach. And also the reuse, reduce, recycle. And here I will tell you something very important, that consumers are sometimes confused. And this is really very important, because they don't understand the issue of recycled plastic or recycling and all of this. So there's a need to put more effort on educating the consumers. So brands should really invest on educating the consumer, because sometimes it's too technical for them. Maybe we are packaging professionals, but some people, even some words that they are putting on the label make them confused. So I'm here also from them to confirm this, that 24% of the consumer, they don't really understand what we mean as packaging professional when we talk about recycling plastic or bioplastic or also biodegradable. All these terms are really not easy for the consumer to understand. And that's put also a lot of responsibility on the packaging industry and the brand owner to explain all these bioplastic, biodegradable, the lifespan of all the packaging, and how they can also participate in avoiding packaging waste and also participate more in waste management. It's not. Maybe you can move this from your. So there's more examples from WorldStar winners. Last year, Coca-Cola, they won also the Sustainability Award for label-free. So there's no label. It's only one PET bottle, and all the information are being engraved on the bottle. This is also from Australia, the sugar can pulp hub, and other example, the sea stretch, where it's replacing the stretch film. So it's more also a sustainable way of packaging. More example, for example, how Smarties also from Nestle moved to the paper bags. And we can see here also the message. I always give an example with my marketing courses, that here they are putting to the consumer that they are 100% compostable, even above the brands. So why? Because really this is the action, how the consumers are now obsessed with the issue of really this product is sustainable or not. So it becomes before the logo of the brand itself. We cannot talk about factors and trends without mentioning the legal factor, and this is the wide topic, and it's different from a country to another, and this would also put a lot of strain on the consumer, on the producer who want to export their product to several countries or several continents, and they have to abide and we have to see if they are in compliance, especially when it comes to labeling regulation. They are different what we have to put on the label. So it's a big field that needs a lot of research, and that's why I always say to the SMEs in my country or in my region, you have to are in business, you have to read and you have to keep on having continuous research, because legal aspect regulation around the world, especially for food, they keep on changing from time to time. When we talk about food contact material, sometimes they allow this product, and then the next year they say, no, we cannot use this product. It's really a very tricky subject. Here, I just want to give you an example. It just came from France. So in France, they just introduced a regulation for the fast food chain, like for McDonald's and Burger King and all of them, only in France. It's not a European one, it's only, and this is the trick part. So only in France, they say that for this kind of fast moving chain, they have to introduce the reusable packaging. So when you order the fries, they don't come with the regular paper and everything. The tableware is from plastic that is being reused. But people didn't like it. Why? Because people as we said, in the trend, they are more concerned about the hygienic. They didn't like that this box of fries has been consumed by another person, and they don't trust the sanitation and all of this. And let me tell you something. We need also to look at the other side of the story. Okay, it's reusable, we are avoiding waste and all of this, but we are using more water, more energy, more logistics. So now in France, they are reconsidering this regulation because this is what I always say, we need to have a holistic approach. Because the use of sanitation and water, this is also spending on the environment. And we are not sure whether there will be some contamination. So this is why I wanted to show you this kind of an example, and I was reading last time, we call this in our country gourd. We all give our kids this gourd, this reusable bottle for them to avoid the plastic bottle. But there's a study that you can see it online, that they found that there is more virus and bacteria in this reusable bottle than on the average toilet seat. I was really alarmed by this, but this is true. It's a study. What? Because if we want to give this food or this bottle to our kids, we need to wash it with soap at least twice per day. Because the bacteria and the virus in our saliva is there. So this is another way of looking to the reuse of bottle for water for our kids. I'm not saying that it's not good, I'm showing you only the study, and even me, after reading this, I stopped giving my son the bottle, and I opened up and read.
It goes in the toilets.
So this so this is what we need. We need to when we talk about sustainability, we really need to talk about the whole factor, not only if it's plastic or paper or all. We have to look at all the two. Other global packaging trends, other than the one I mentioned when we talk about design, less is more now. People are going more into minimalistic design, or they are avoiding crowded design, simple design all over the world. Even for the logo design, you can see that they are shifting to a simple artwork. And people more and more like customization, personalized packaging, limited edition. And as I said, out of COVID, our mental health, our well-being is also affected. People want also more and more packaging design that reflect, or the product that reflect this. And other things we cannot also miss the anti-counterfeiting that is really for the pharmaceutical or for the personal care and the other cultural factors. Things that we need to consider, like guidelines, for example, for food and drink, also people are going more and more to the clear packaging. So the cans, for example, for corn or other vegetables are being reduced. People want to see the product, see through. And also, as I said, people want to read more and more. So there's a lot of ingredients on claim, especially for beauty and cosmetic products. They want to see, for example, if this product was tested or not. So they want on animals, so they want more and more to understand about the product. And finally, for the household, the cost and is very important. So people, for example, for food and beauty, they can manage to pay more, but when it comes to detergent and household, people are really driven to go to other products that they are more price sensitive. I thank you. I hope that I know with you global packaging trends, and I think the opportunities from Lilia, Vanessa, Johannes, for organizing this question. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Serha. And remember that we have packaging trends report in WPO webpage, worldpackaging.org. You can access all the trends related to the winners of WorldStar in our webpage. And so thank you very much, Pierre, Luciana, and Soha. And now we are coming to an end. Is there any questions? Don't forget that we also can have questions regarding sustainability and safe food, because our WPO VP of Sustainability and Safe Food, Nerida Kelton, is here with us. Anyone has any question for any of the WPO executives?
The ex-president in Australia, is representative country person that from the technology idea, but Australia is about the country weather-wise most similar to South Africa. EPR and plastic litter, what's the situation like there?
Martin, thanks very much. I was hoping you would not answer that question. What I would like to say is, just to get the start. Firstly, well done to South Africa for doing what you've done. You really got involved and introduced PPR and the difficult circumstances. You had your first review and usually good overall. You know, the part was a great part. In terms of Australia, I think we could have reacted faster and things got now slightly to roll. But you did get it first, so this one you won. I can't say the same for cricket. But so you've got two up there, you've got rugby and you've got EPL.
For those who may not be aware, Australia has always had a voluntary commitment. So we have our 2025 national packaging targets, and it's a voluntary commitment. There is no legal ramification, there's no stick. So there's no regulatory levy, fine, tax, etc. However, in June this year, our federal government and all of our state government ministers, environmental ministers, collectively agreed that we will have a mandatory regulated packaging system, which means we're going to an EPR program and an eco-modulation program. I'm the representative for the AIP on the government program. There's 20 of us across the supply chain, and it's a really interesting one. It's not dissimilar to eco-modulation in Europe. We're very excited about it. The one thing that we're really excited about is there will be mandatory packaging design, which is fantastic. So we have 10 sustainable packaging design guidelines in Australia, and they will now be mandated. We will also have 30% recycled content, and we will also have reuse. So we're quite excited about it, but it's a lot of work for the next, we've got 12 months in the framework. I spent 3 days, I was texting Claire about this the other day, I spent 3 days last week with the government talking about it, and it's a very big program, but we're very excited about it.
I have a question for you, Nerida. Can you tell us about the recycling guide, WPO recycling guide?
Sure. So the WPO, one of the things that's really important for the WPO is to ensure that all of our member countries and all of the members in developing and developed countries have access to a tool to design better packaging to minimise waste. And so with partners Circular Analytics, the University of Applied Science in Austria, and ECR Community, we developed a global packaging design guideline. We started in German, and then it was translated into English. And it's best practice, state-of-the-art materials recovery facility design. So you're designing for the best, and that's okay, because even if you don't have the capabilities or facilities or infrastructure, if you can design out your waste at the start, then you're ready for when your infrastructure comes. Since then, we now have 11 guides translated, and that's the most important thing for us. We want to make sure that the guide is translated into every single language possible so that everybody has access to this free. And we also have waste stream mapping tools, which are available. We have 31 waste stream mapping tools that are available on the website free of charge. And we continue to grow the translations, and we also continue to grow the waste stream mapping.
Thank you very much. So any other question from the journalists? No? We are good? Oh, great. Yeah, we are on. Oh, yeah, we are on. Do we have questions online, Johannes?
If you want, we can send the video, the recording of the meeting, and if there will be a press release.
Yeah, we are gonna have the recording. It's gonna be uploaded to WPO YouTube channel, and I will promote it in all social medias as well. And about the press release, yes, we are gonna have a press release launched right after the board meeting on November 23. It's gonna have some information regarding the new management. And about this press conference, I will release some posts in the social media. So right after when it ends, I will write it and put it in social media. So don't forget to follow WPO on social media, please. Okay, so if there is no other question, I thank you very much. But first, we need something, a tradition we are having in WPO, that is our selfie. Very much, Vanessa from IPSA. Thank you again for organizing everything. It was perfect. In case you want to talk privately with each one of executive members, we are here. Grab some coffee, enjoy the food there, the croissant, whatever, and we are here for you. We are all package lovers. Thank you. Yeah.